Lone Star Conference Football Media Day continuing now here from McKinney. It's a privilege now to get to visit with Lee Hayes, who is in his first year at Sul Ross State out in Alpine, Texas. And, Coach, I know that longtime coach, I don't say that as an old joke at all, but your first opportunity there at Sul Ross State, talk a little bit about this opportunity.
It was one where I was kind of intrigued because it is so close to my original hometown, Del Rio. And I'd been around Sul Ross alumni, and my dad coached at Sul Ross back in the 60s. And I can remember, that's how old I am, I can remember when they were successful. And there were some great football players that come out of there. And I kind of, it was one of the only chances I had to get closer to being home and coach college.
Well, your name has already been mentioned here on Midwest Sports Net because Coach Parr said that he took notes from you, lots of notes from you, and stole his offense from you. So talk a little bit about the offense that we might see.
Well, that just means he's a second-generation thief of Mike Leach's offense, because that's what we did, myself and some of the guys that coached with him, and Wes Phillips, Ben Noonan, Scott Parr. We studied the exact offense that Mike Leach ran, and we ran the exact offense until we achieved the same results before we made any adjustments. And Scott took it to another level after I'd left West Texas, and they had an unbelievable run.
You were talking on the stage behind us just a little bit earlier today and talking about the kids that come out and the kids that you have in the program right now, blue-collar kids, kids that want to work hard. Tell us a little bit about the roster that you have. Season's not far from now.
Well, if Sul Ross has a superpower, it's going to be – there's no other program in the country that has kids that love playing football more than we do. You come to Alpine to get a degree and to play football and get an opportunity. And as far as our other superpower is lack of distractions. So we have a chance to focus on academics and focus on football. And it's a joy to be around those kids that kind of remind me of what football used to be. They're not concerned about the latest and greatest Nike see-through jerseys or how tight can my pants be or any of that stuff. It's all about, their biggest concern is, can we tackle today? And how much hitting are we going to get to do? And that has been a joy to actually be around again.
All right. Well, the season gets underway. You guys have a couple of D1 opponents at Rio Grande Valley, at Stephen F. Austin, and finally the Lone Star Conference schedule starts, and you get Western Oregon. So talk about the opening to your schedule.
Well, it's interesting. We've got and the problem with the two Division I opponents is both of those coaches are really good. I know Travis is going to be opening up with us. It'll be his first game as a head coach there, and be my first game as a head coach there. It's a little hard to predict what they're going to do, and he's kind of in the same boat with us. So I think the guy that makes the least amount of mistakes, and we might have to do something a little bit different, Travis, than run your generic offenses. Probably stick to that air raid a little bit, try to make some things happen. And then Colby was at West Texas, and he's seen our offense for, God, I hate to say it, I don't want to date myself, but probably since 2003. He's been around it, so if anybody knows how to stop it, it's him. So I've got my work cut out for me on all of that, and then it'll be the first time I've ever played Western Oregon, so looking forward to it.
All right, well, we're going to be following you all this season. I appreciate it. Coach Lee Hayes, thank you so much for taking time with us here on Midwest Sports Net, and we're going to try to wrap things up here in just a moment, but thank you, sir.
Okay. Appreciate you.